Hi everyone. So I'm walking in Marseille and it is a beautiful city. Different from the rest of France, but still really nice. So I thought that I should show you what it looks like and what I've been up to. Hope you enjoy. I just wanted to give a recap and debrief about the places that I went to. In the footage, I tried to do that, but I was just screaming and it was windy and it was like shaky. So I thought, let me cut those parts out and I'll explain it all at the end. So starting with the first place, the Velodrome Stadium. Marseille's really into soccer, or football as they like to call it. And I thought, okay, I have to go see the stadium. It's huge. It's in the center of the city. I think it fits like 80,000 people or something. It's packed almost every game, and it was described to me as a place where everyone comes regardless of their social standing, if they're rich, if they're poor, their religion, doesn't matter. If you live in Marseille, you're Team Marseille, you're welcome to come. So that's one of the first places that I saw. After that, I went to the church, the Notre Dame de la Garde. I don't know, my French is really bad, but it was a bit of a hike to get to the top. And it is also in the city, but just a bit of a walk. And even if you're not into churches, the view from there is spectacular because it's literally at the top of the city. You have 360 views of the city all around you, and you realize how big Marseille is. It's huge. And I don't know if you've seen or gone to other French cities before, large cities like Paris, for example. And if you get those city views, you see like all the streets are kind of neat and organized, and you can see like the major streets and then the smaller ones going out of that. In Marseille, it's completely different. When you see the city view from the top, it's just communities and areas everywhere. It's not like as cleanly cut streets that you see in Paris. So the landscape is definitely much different, and it has its own charm. So yeah, it was a bit of a trek to get up there, I'm not gonna lie, but once you're up there, it's like stunning, and much more breezy because it's like super hot in Marseille in the summer. And then the church itself is just beautiful. Marseille is known for the Virgin Mary at the top of the church, so you see just the construction of the church. It's not like a typical Catholic church. It has more of an Orthodox feel to it, just in the sculptures, the influences it's different. So the church is just gorgeous as well. So that's a must do. And Marseille people are very proud of the Virgin Mary, and the Virgin Mary means a lot to the city. So it's definitely a place that you must check out. And then the last place that I have footage of is the coastal walk that eventually led to a really cute restaurant. So I think part of the coastal walk is a protected park. And I've heard that during the day it's like super packed with people visiting the like swimming and stuff. It's a beach as well, but it was stunning, like super, super gorgeous. The footage doesn't even capture how beautiful it is. You're only allowed to come up to a certain point by car or by bike or whatever, and then you have to leave it, and the rest you can only do by foot. So from that point to where the restaurant was, it was a 15-minute walk along those rocks. And the view is stunning. The water is like so clear. It was just beyond words, but beautiful. The restaurant also was so good. The fish was so fresh. But it was a moment that I'll never forget. It was just breathtakingly beautiful. That was a little bit outside of like the city center, so it would be a little bit difficult to get to without a car, and I didn't really take much public transportation other than the subway, and the subway doesn't go that far, so I'm not sure how you would get to it exactly without a car, but I'm sure there's a way. And if not that, there's like a lot of little cute restaurants and shops along the coast as well. So that is also worth checking out. I don't have footage of that, but I did go to a really cute little tapas-esque place that was really nice. So that's the video for today. I should note and mention, an honorable mention is places that I didn't get on film but I went to and that I think are equally as important to go to. The first would be, so there's the Intercontinental in Marseille that used to be a hospital. The building itself is gorgeous, and obviously Intercontinental is super expensive, so not to say to stay there or go there to eat or whatever. I'm just saying that it's a really cool building to check out, and that area in general is also really nice. It's one of the oldest parts of Marseille, so some of those houses that are just 5 minutes walk away have been there for hundreds of years, and there's little courtyards, and it's just super quiet but still in the center of the city. So if you have some time, I would say check out that area. And it's super local as well, so you're away from the tourists. It's really local. You just see like kids playing outside. It's really, really nice. And then another honorable mention would be not in Marseille, just outside, 30 minutes away, is Aix-en-Provence. Again, my pronunciation is not good, but it is stunning. It's a little French town, I guess not technically the suburbs of Marseille because it is its own little city. But it is also really beautiful, much more intimate, much smaller, not a metropolitan at all, but it's like very, very charming, very cute, lots of shops, lots of restaurants, a lot more walkable, and a lot more easy to navigate. Marseille is so big, much more difficult to navigate. If you just have like a day and you want to go somewhere and see almost the whole place in one day, I would say that would be Aix. Marseille in one day was a lot to do in one day, just because of how large it is, and you're constantly moving from place to place. It's not very walkable, and everything that you need to see is not super close to each other. So those are my thoughts. I'm not an expert. This is purely a tourist perspective of what it's like. And I just tried to keep it pretty brief and short and sweet. But if you have any questions, comments, anything, please let me know. Like, share, subscribe as usual, and I'll see you in my next video.